There are some rules with intermittent fasting that are made to be broken, but there are others that are essential that you stick to, especially if you're looking to achieve a long-lasting weight loss goal with intermittent fasting. Today, I'm going to be sharing 3 rules of intermittent fasting that you should never break in today's video. If you're new here, my name's Autumn and I'm a certified clinical nutritionist with my master's nutrition human performance. On my channel, I share with you the super easy science-backed tips, strategies, and recipes that you can use to achieve your weight loss and your wellness goals. Which brings me to the first rule that you should never break with intermittent fasting, and that's drinking plenty of water during your fasted state. Now, when you're eating, you actually do get quite a bit of liquid from your food. So when you're using intermittent fasting, and if you're not drinking water, then you're not getting any liquid. And first thing in the morning is actually our most dehydrated state because we just went 8 hours without having anything to drink. And if you're drinking coffee first thing in the morning, that's only going to further dehydrate you. Being dehydrated can lead to increased headaches and feeling hungry later in the day. And when we're feeling hungry is when we're most likely to not make the meal decisions that will support our goals. So making sure that you get enough water during your fasted period is crucial so that you feel better and so that you can make the meal choices that will actually support your weight loss goals. A good rule of thumb is to aim for a minimum of 16 to 32 ounces of water during your fasted state. But if you're also working out in the morning, or if you live in an area where it's really hot and you're sweating a lot, then you'll want to increase that by another 16 ounces. Depending on your height, weight, and age, the amount can vary, but this is a good rule of thumb to aim for. Okay, rule number 2, no alcohol during your fasted state. I know it's a liquid, so it seems like it shouldn't break a fast, but alcohol is still generally going to contain sugar that will break your fast because it causes your body to secrete the storing hormone insulin. And with intermittent fasting, most people are looking to achieve a weight loss goal, so spiking or storing hormone insulin is directly working against that goal. So if you're going to be having alcohol, make sure that it is during your eating window and ideally one that contains very little sugar. If I'm going to be having alcohol, I'll personally have a dry farmed wine. This is some of the lowest, if not zero sugar alcohol that you can use. And there are different companies that will scout out dry farm wines, but generally most Italian red wines are not going to have added sugars. So if you can't opt in for specifically dry farm wines, then at the very least you can go for an Italian red, and that should be lower in sugar. Some of the worst types of alcohols that you can be having when you're looking to achieve a weight loss goal are going to be cocktails and beer, at least the types of cocktails that are really high in added sugars. But if you have a cocktail that doesn't have any added sugar, like with a vodka, soda water, and lime, that will be more supportive of your weight loss goals if you do choose to drink. Okay, the third rule, electrolyte replacement. One thing that happens with intermittent fasting is that our storing hormone insulin naturally dips back down during the fasted state, which is why intermittent fasting is used for achieving a weight loss goal, because we naturally have those lower levels of our storing hormone when we fast. But something else outside of weight loss also tends to happen when insulin goes down, and that's that our body releases water as well as electrolytes. Another reason why you need to be making sure that you're drinking enough water during your fasted state, but also that you need to be replacing those electrolytes too, because having imbalanced electrolyte levels is also something that can cause headaches, and some people have noted that it also makes them feel lower in energy. In order to add back in electrolytes, I personally like to use about 1/8 of a teaspoon of Celtic sea salt with my first water during my fasted state, but you can also use other various electrolyte replacements. Just make sure that it doesn't have any added sugar in it, otherwise it will break your fast. Now, if weight loss is your goal, make sure you check out the 10 foods that you should be eating during your eating window with this video right here. Also, if you're new to my channel and you love the science-backed information, make sure you subscribe right here. Come out with new videos every Tuesday and Thursday. All right, guys, thanks so much for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next video.